speak, I need to hear you. This guy's ready. Hey, check it out. We are so excited for the school year kicking off in just a few weeks. All of our students, faculty, staff, everyone's been working around the clock to get ready for you guys to get here. It's going to be an amazing year. So, real quick, let us introduce ourselves. This right here is Miss Jasmine.
Woo! How are you guys?
She's amazing. My name is Dennis. We work with the Office of Admissions, and we've got some good information to help you get kicked off for the year. Before we get going with that, I want to bring up an amazing man here to lead us in prayer, our director of the GCU Seminary. Give it up for Mr. Ken Montgomery.
Good morning. Please be seated.
Morning.
It's certainly great to have you here. This is a great day for me for 3 reasons. 1, I get to pray for you. 2, I get to tell you about our brand new Grand Canyon Theological Seminary. And 3, I'm experiencing the same thing that you parents are experiencing out here. I have a new freshman coming to GCU this next fall as an engineering student, and she is very excited. How many Juniper students out here living in Juniper? Okay, that's where she is. So I hope you get to know her a little bit. She promised that I would not tell you her name right now, so you can come up and ask me later about that. But Grand Canyon is all about change. Change for the better, change for you. So for those students that might be thinking about going on and getting a Master of Divinity, or if you know people like that, we have 3 modalities starting this fall. We have the fall daytime classes on campus here, the fall evening on campus, as well as our online programs. And so I definitely want you to know about that. And if you know anyone that might be interested in moving toward that way, please let me know about that. Let me pray for you. Father, I thank you so much for your many, many blessings that you give to us. I thank you for each one of these students, Father. I pray, Lord, that this year will be a great year, that they thrive, that they meet new friends, that they learn and grow, and mature to be the people that you desire for them to be. Guide them to meet lifelong friends, guide them to be active in meeting their professors, experiencing all that GCU has to offer them. And I pray, Father, that you'll help them to give back to this community, that they can be an active part as we reach out to those around us. Guide them, we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. I'd like to introduce you to, let's give a great welcome to our president, Brian Mueller.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for choosing Grand Canyon University. We absolutely hope this is the best 3 or 4 years of your life that you spend here. I just want to say a couple of things about the university and what you see around here, because it's been an amazing transformation. It's really a miracle. 5 years ago, we had about 900 students on the campus, and we had about 95 acres. And this fall, we'll start with 17,000, almost 17,500 students, and we'll have grown to 300 acres. We're really, really excited about this year's class. This is going to be the largest class we ever had. It's also going to be the best class we ever had. The average GPA, the average incoming GPA of the students in this year's class is almost 3.6. Woo! Congratulations. If there's one word that defines, I think, what we are here, it's community. When I talk to students about what they remember most about being here, they say that they remember most being a part of the community here. And I really encourage you to do that. We have 9 colleges, we have over 200 academic programs, and we're really proud of those academic programs. But you can get involved in those things in more than just by attending class. You're going to hear about learning communities, and you're going to hear about learning networks. And I would highly encourage you to think about joining those learning communities and those learning networks, because That will make you more than just a student in an academic program. It will start to give you a bigger picture of the area that you're going to move into and the career that you're going to prepare for and start to build. So think about being part of those communities. The second thing, it's really important to us here, is that you become really connected to the social communities that exist on the campus. You're going to hear about some amazing things. Our intramural program this year will have over 9,000 students in it, and it will go from the fall all the way through the spring. So think about joining an intramural community. Club sports is exploding here. We've got club sports across a huge variety of areas, and so if you have an interest in that, if you play high school sports and you want to join a club sport and play a 25-game schedule in a variety of sports, think about doing that. Our clubs are exploding. This is a community on campus that is one of a kind. It's unbelievably vibrant, and I would highly encourage you to think about joining theater, music, dance, any of the clubs, all the intramural programs. It's going to be an exciting year from that standpoint. We're really excited about what's going to happen with our Division I athletic program. It's our 4th year of transition this year, and we've got 21 Division I sports. They're performing at very high levels, and so we've got this organization called the Havocs. The Havocs are led by a group of people who are amazing people. I think we have the most dynamic student cheering section in the country, and so if you have an interest, become part of the Havocs. It's a great way to get connected and to meet people and to support what's going on here. Really excited about our upcoming basketball season. Parents, if you have an interest, think about joining as a season ticket holder, possibly, what's going on in basketball. We open up at Duke this year, which is going to be a fantastic experience for us. We play Arizona on the road. If you know college basketball, we play Louisville at home this year. We play San Diego State at home this year. We have, I think, 19 home games. It's going to be an incredible year. So if you have an interest in that, there are season tickets. The box office is open, and season tickets are available if you have an interest in that. The third thing I want to talk about is the spiritual life here.
Let's do it.
It's really, really exciting. We're going to start, when school starts on Monday, there'll be a chapel service in the arena, and there'll be 7,000 people here. It's going to be an unbelievable chance for us to get together for the first time as a spiritual community and worship. The worship arts bands here are fantastic. I can't wait for our first chapel service. You'll also hear about chapel on Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock called The Gathering. There'll be a couple thousand students that join in that. You'll hear about 150 Bible studies that go on throughout the year in the residence halls, in the dormitories. And those are voluntary as well, but join them. It's a great chance to grow spiritually. But here's the thing I'm most excited about. With everything that's happened at Grand Canyon on this campus, and it's been phenomenal. We've been blessed in unbelievable ways. This year was our biggest building year. We finished 3 new residence halls, dormitory, or apartment-style residence halls, 170,000 square foot engineering building to support our growing engineering programs, 2 parking garages, a new soccer stadium. We've been blessed in incredible ways, and this place has been transformed. But the most exciting thing for me is our decision that we were going to be a Christian community who was going to live out our faith in this community, and we weren't going to be satisfied with the transformation that happened on this campus, but we wanted to transform the community that we live in. This is an incredible place when you get to know it. I've been here now 7 years, and we have a neighborhood of immigrants. They come from Africa, they come from Central America, and they come from Mexico. And they're hugely ambitious people. They're very humble people, but they really want to be part of America, and they want to be part of the American dream. And they really wonder what makes Grand Canyon special and different. And so we got involved in a very, very big way in the community in the last 4 or 5 years. We wanted the neighborhood not just to see the construction on campus, we wanted to see it in their neighborhood. And so we started a program called, the largest Habitat for Humanity program today in the world. You will have a chance to participate in that if you'd like. Our goal is to rehab 700 homes in our community in the next 4 years. We have 90 homes done, so we're moving. The goal is 700. You'll have a chance to participate in that. We're creating literally thousands of jobs in this community. We have spun off of the university 11 businesses in the last 12 months, and we're hiring our graduates to run those businesses. That creates opportunities for people in this community to connect with the university by working for us. People ask me, what are you doing? Why do you have a golf course? Well, Maryvale Golf Course was 3 miles from here. Beautiful piece of property, but it was in decline, and so we took it over. We put $10 million into it. It's a world-class golf course now. It's a very, very successful operation as a business. Our students are running the golf course. They're running the restaurant. And most importantly, almost everybody in the neighborhood that works at the golf course now works for a university, not for a golf course. And so their kids can go to college for free here. And so we're trying to spin as many businesses off as we can so that people in this community get a chance to work, build a career, and get a chance to access education for their children at the university. The amount of charity work that's going on is phenomenal. We've got literally thousands of students that are involved in that. Hundreds of students go to the Phoenix Dream Center, the St. Vincent de Paul Homeless Shelter, the Phoenix Rescue Mission, the Phoenix Free Christian Clinic. You'll hear about an activity that goes on Saturday mornings in the park where our students pour into the park behind us on Saturday mornings, and neighbors bring their children, and they spend the better part of the day with their children, helping them in a lot of ways, but becoming a witness through the life that they're living and their willingness to spend time with people who maybe aren't as fortunate. And which leads me to the last thing. We've got a program going that I'm so excited about. We have combined resources with the public school system in our neighborhood. That means the high schools, the elementary schools, the middle schools, and the junior highs. We have gotten behind them and formed partnerships that's allowing us to create what we think is going to be the most dynamic educational community in America right here in this neighborhood. We had last year, when we finished, over 1,000 students who were involved providing tutoring and mentoring to high school students in the neighborhood. They come from 5 different high schools. This year, that program is going to get even bigger. So if you have an interest in joining that program, it started with the high school across the street, Alhambra. They were a D- failing school 3 years ago. We started providing a learning lounge experience for their students, and they're coming across the street in the hundreds. And they've gone from being a D- failing school 3 years ago to this year, they're 9 points away from being a B school, and they're a B-rated public school.
Yeah.
If you get involved in that program or other programs, it's going to change your life as much as probably anything that you do here. We're proud of what's going to happen academically to you. Our programs are rigorous, they're difficult, you'll be challenged. What happens on the campus is also a really important part of your growth. All of the activities, the vibrancy of this campus, the chance to get involved. But if you get involved in the neighborhood activities, it will really impact who you are. But I've been saying to our students recently is I really hope that obviously you'll come here, you'll do well, you'll graduate, you'll get a good job, you'll build a great career, and in 10 years from now, you'll probably be married, you'll have kids, and you'll drive through this neighborhood and say, you know what, I was here when that was going on. I was here, and I helped make that happen. I think that will be a big part of your experience here. You may have heard that there is a competition developing between Grand Canyon University and Arizona State University. The Valley is interesting because it only has 2 universities, one public and one private. And my 2 oldest sons graduated from Arizona State, and they got good educations. My last 2 sons graduated from Grand Canyon. They argue and fight a lot about which school is better. You may have noticed that Arizona State doesn't want to compete against us in sports since we've become a Division I program. I hope someday that they'll change their mind about that because I think the opportunity is tremendous. We always look for opportunities and for positive things to happen here. I want you to think just for a second. If we played Arizona State, you have Grand Canyon University, a Christian university on the west side of Phoenix. And you have the Arizona State University Sun Devils in Tempe. For those of you that are biblically literate, I want you to consider this possibility. If we would schedule a game against them at U.S. Airways Center downtown, a basketball game, we could advertise that game for 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh my.
As the Christians against the devils.
Jesus. All right. I see. I was like, where is he
How many
going
of you
with
would buy
this?
tickets to that game?
I'd go.
It would be sold out, it would make a lot of money, and let's be fair, for those of you that are going to the Colangelo College of Business, we get 60%, they get 40% because it was our idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to be a basketball coach, and I remember a couple of weeks before the season started how excited we were about starting the season. The first practice, eventually the first game, the first conference game, the sense of excitement just continued to grow. I have the same feeling about this. We've been blessed in incredible ways in the last 7 years. This will be the best year that we've ever had. I hope it's the best year that you've ever had. Welcome to Grand Canyon, and let's get this thing off to a great start.
All right, thanks so much, Brian. Now you see why we're so excited about the upcoming year. We're going to get you going here with a few other things to help you with your Lopes survival. So if you want to break out your phone, take some notes, whatever you want to do, we're also going to email you this presentation afterwards, so you've got all this info. We've got some good key information. Jasmine, tell them about what we've got going on the agenda.
Yes, if you can, please pull out your packets and follow along with me. Really quickly, we're just going to go over today's plan. So after orientation is completed, we are going to be letting you all go to several breakout sessions, which I'll go over in just a few minutes. But before that, I really want to reiterate, if you have not yet gotten your parking permit or your student ID, make sure you get that today at the University Expo in the Student Union. It's going to be open until 1:15 p.m. Now, the breakout sessions that we have offering today are going to cover a variety of different areas, some of them being technology at GCU. If you have any questions about your devices and their compatibility with our programs, make sure you visit that expo. If you're interested in getting involved with student life, as you saw before orientation began, we had a lot of student workers coming out, a lot of people involved in our organizations coming out to our orientation. You can be a part of that, and you can visit one of the breakout sessions to learn more information. Parents, we want to make sure that you all stay involved in your students' life, especially this year, their first year in college. So we have a parent connection session for you in the breakout sessions as well.
All right, let's keep it rolling here. All right, let's get techie first. Most of you, if not all of you, have been onto our gcu.edu website. That's where you can find lots of general information about all the departments here at GCU. Your GCU email, which should be your name at gcu.email. That's one of the key ways we're going to communicate with you. Your student service advisor will be sending information. Lots of different people around campus will be communicating with you that way. So make sure you're periodically checking that email, or actually checking it daily. How many of you like free stuff? Yes, $3.99.
You said free.
You are definitely going to be a habit. I'm putting money on it right now. All right, we've got the Microsoft Office Suite free of charge for you students. That's something that normally would cost hundreds of dollars, but you can access that right through your portal. Connect with there's an email that you'll be able to connect with and get that downloaded to your computer. So we'll get you more information on that, so you have everything you need with Microsoft to get started there. IT, this is one of the most important numbers you need to have. So break out your phone. You can snap a picture or go ahead and punch it in right now. They can help you with anything technical that you need, having computers, computer issues, internet issues, any of that stuff. Their number, 602-639-7200. Punch it in. Droid users will wait for you.
Droid.
Anyway, all right, your student portal. This is your lifeline here at GCU students. This is where you're going to connect to your Loud Cloud classroom. You can get in there, see your transcripts and grades, all these different things, financial stuff, everything you pretty much need to know you should be able to access through that student portal. We'll talk a little bit more on some details here as we move along. But you've also got, for the parents, a portal that mirrors this, the parent portal. Students, if you want your parent to have access to that, you need to go in and sign them up for that right in your student portal. Jasmine, how do they do that?
All right, this is really important. Make sure you pay attention because this is covering everything you need to know about your privacy. As you can see on the screen, there's something called the FERPA and the SERF. The FERPA stands for Family Educational Right and Privacy Act of 1974. It's essentially a government document mandating that you, the student, have the right to all of your educational records. So your attendance, your grades, your finance, everything, you have access to it. However, anyone who is not the student is a third party. Students, if you'd like a third party to have access to your information, make sure you do like Dennis recommended, go to your student portal and complete the student information release form. We really want you to make sure before school starts, I know a lot of you are really used to working with your admission representatives. I see some of my students here today. You all are used to seeing Dennis and I go out to your schools, enroll you, but during the first semester, you are going to transition to a new counselor called a Student Services Advisor. They are your academic guru. You're going to go for them for everything, scheduling, finances, everything. So make sure that you maintain a good relationship with your Student Services Advisor. We do require that all GCU students meet with your advisor at least once a semester to maintain that rapport with them. You can find their contact information on the student portal if you don't have it yet.
All right. Again, speaking of that student portal, one of the things you can access there is your Loud Cloud Classroom. This is very important because it is basically your classroom here at GCU. And you're going to be each week posting different things in that classroom. You'll be turning in assignments. Even though you'll be actually in a physical classroom here on campus, a lot is done in this Loud Cloud Classroom. One of the things you're going to do on the very first day of class is you're going to go in and post a bio of yourself. This is how we are going to know you are actually in attendance for that class, okay? So we've got a quick video here from our man Zach to teach you how to do that. Pay close attention.
Welcome, Lobes. GCU's faculty and staff are looking forward to another successful semester with all of our students here on campus. And we wanted to remind you of 3 important things as we kick off the semester. 1. Log into your student portal at myportal.gcu.edu to access your Loud Cloud Classroom.
As you can see, this is really easy to navigate around.
Please note, GCU has several Loud Cloud environments, so it's important to use the student portal to ensure you are directed to the right one for your classroom. 2. Post on the class wall and/or discussion forum in each of your classrooms the first day of class to record your intent to move forward in the class.
Again, when are you doing this?
The first week.
First day of class.
First day. Hey, first week, first day.
Failure to post may result in the following issues. You may miss important discussion topics and guidance on assignments. You may be unregistered and lose access to class materials. You may experience financial aid delays, and your funds could possibly be returned to the lender. 3. Contact your student services advisor right away with any questions or concerns. You can find his or her contact information in your student portal. So don't procrastinate. Remember, the sooner you bring your concerns to our attention, the better we can serve you. So make your first week a slam dunk. Have a good semester and go Lobes.
I love him. He's so hype.
All right.
I love
Moving
him.
along. Hey, we've got a great GCU student app for you. How many of you have downloaded that? Yes, you've got some good information on here. If you haven't downloaded it already, you can do so at the Apple Store or Google Play. Use the same login you use for your portal to get in there. But a couple of the things you're going to see on here, as you can see, is really easy to navigate. You're going to be able to, go ahead, Jasmine.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a Facebook wall, so you'll see reoccurring notifications as you scroll down, looking on your screen. A really cool feature that the app has, you can see right away if your class has been delayed or canceled. I was a student here at GCU, and I can tell you there's nothing more annoying than waking up at like 6 a.m. to get to your class on time, to get there and then to see cancel posted on the door as you are, trying to get to class. So you can see that now before you even get to class. You can also see university updates regarding our events on campus. And you can also see your class schedule. Something that I really like about the app is if you click on one of your classes, you're not really sure where it's located, you can see on the map exactly where it is, so you won't be lost on your way to class.
Awesome. A couple of other things. You can see your current and future charges on the financial statements there. How many of you are going to be living on campus are going to have a meal plan? Awesome. Right on. So with that meal plan, you can also see your balance of your dining dollars as well as your Lopes cash. It also has a cool feature where you can budget that out over the semester and see how you want to stay on pace each week with your spending so you don't run out in the first 3 weeks. All right? It happens.
And how is that?
Getting skinny. All right. You can also see your grades, midterms, and finals right there. If you need to see detailed week-to-week grades and kind of keep track, you can do that again right there in the Loud Cloud.
You can also view previous, like an archive of our chapel services. Have any of you ever seen our chapel services? They're amazing. We have thousands of students who volunteer their time every Monday to go to chapel and worship together. If you miss one of the services, like I said, there's an archive of the services. You can also see a view of what's coming up in future sessions. We do have the opportunity. If you're a student and you want a chance to get a free credit, you can go to chapel and get a college credit through attending chapel. If you're interested in that, make sure that you contact your student services advisor about that. If you are getting the chapel credit, make sure on your GCU app that you have your location turned on, because that's how we find out if you were attending chapel that day through the GPS. Did you guys see construction today? It's a little annoying. It's going to be worth it though. But I will say, we've made light of it at GCU. A lot of our students now call GCU Grand Construction University. Everything is changing all the time. And if you don't want to get lost, if you want to make sure you know where you're going, download the app and you'll be able to view and map where everything is, including the changes on campus.
That's right. We do have hard hats for sale at the expo for $9.95. We'll get you around the campus safely there. How many of you like to eat? Oh yeah, we've got some great places to eat on campus. Lots of great choices. Jasmine, what's the danger there though?
Freshman 15.
Ooh, who knows what that is? You heard about it. Freshman 15, what is that?
It's when that gain weight.
Oh, 15 pounds in that first year from all that food. Mom and dad loaded that meal card up with money, and it's like, where do I want to go today? All right, no, lots of great places to eat on campus. One of the cool features of this app here is that we've actually got live feeds of all of the eating places, well, not all of, but a lot of the eating places on campus where you can kind of see what the wait looks like in those places.
Yes.
Okay, you guys did not get nearly excited enough for that as you should have. Let me paint you a picture. You are leaving one class. You have 10 minutes to get to the next class. How many of you like Chick-fil-A chicken? I don't know what they put in that chicken. That chicken is so good. I love me some Chick-fil-A chicken.
Okay.
You're like, I have 10 minutes. I would love to go get my Chick-fil-A chicken, but I don't know. Are there 20 people in line? Are there 30 people in line? You pull up the camera. There is one person in line. You get your chicken.
I mean, he is so excited.
That's why you need to be excited about that app. All right. We're eating on campus. You guys still awake?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey, I know this is fun stuff, but this is like the best 5-hour orientation you will ever go to.
5-hour
Really quick, we're going to get your blood flowing. So get on up real quick. We're going to do the wave.
The what?
Get on up, get on up, get on up. All right. Come on up, Chrissy. Let's get these guys going. Hey, here's what you need to know. When our basketball season kicks off, this arena is absolutely electric, so we're going to practice a lot for that today. All right? Actually, if it's the wave, they need to sit down first, huh? Sit down! What are you doing? It's the wave! All right, you guys ready? We're going to start around this way. You want to get them going? We're going to get going around this way. Student section, parent section, everybody come on around. All right? Ready? Set, go!
Woo!
Oh, that was awesome.
Yo, no say. Woo! Yeah.
To the students. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, nice.
See if we can speed that
All right. Sweet. Okay. Really quick, we're going to change it up. For those of you that are old school like me, we're going to do the Wave Potluck Edition.
Oh, Lord.
Potluck.
Jesus.
You guys don't remember that. That's right.
I'm
You
done.
remember
I'm
it.
done.
So potluck is you get the wave going. Oh, through your arms like that. You guys ready?
I
We'll
can't.
work the
I
string.
can't.
All right,
I
ready?
can't.
We're going to get it going. From the students. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the Wave Potluck Edition.
I
That
can't.
was so funky. Check it out.
I can't, Jesus. I
Oh,
can't.
that's a big
I
one. Oh,
can't.
Red
It's
Team
too
would be
loud.
proud. Awesome. All right, give yourselves a hand.
Woo! Here.
All right, just a little something to keep the blood flowing. All right, thanks you guys. All right, student IDs. Who's got their student ID? First one to show it gets a t-shirt. Where's your D? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Right
I already
there.
have mine.
There you went, the purple
I
shirt.
already.
Okay? Dining dollars to eat, all of that good stuff, gym access. How do they get that student ID?
You can either get it at the expo today, or you can speak with your admissions representative.
Daddy, for the one
For those of you who are living on campus and you do have a car, we want to remind you again to get your parking permit. You won't be allowed to park on campus without it. Well, you can, but you'll get a ticket, and that's not fun. But for those of you who don't have a car and you're living on campus, GCU does offer self-service car use for all of our students. So as you can see on the screen, we have Zip Car and we have U-Haul Car Share as well. For those of you who may be from out of town, we want you to know Arizona does offer city transportation through the light rail. And we also offer airport shuttle services during Christmas, fall, and spring break for those of you who are going back home during those holiday seasons.
All right, how many of you get living on campus? All right, you will be assigned a campus mailbox when you move in, okay? So, if you would like to have anything shipped to you, grandma's cookies, you need to make sure you can write that address out, or that grandma can write that address out properly. And here's how you do that. You'll get more information again on this later. But again, Grand Canyon University, the address, and here's the important part. Attention, your name, and that mailbox. If you don't fill that out properly, it doesn't know where to go. Jasmine, where do grandma's cookies end up?
They're going to be in my stomach.
And you just I'm not kidding. Jasmine will eat your grandma's cookies. All right? So make sure you've got that worked out.
For those of you who want to contact our Student Disability Services, you can do so at gcu.edu/disability office. Really quick, we're going to change things up for just a few moments. I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Please give him a warm welcome. He is someone that is so well loved on campus for our student body. Please welcome our Dean of Students, Tim Griffin.
Well, good morning and welcome to GCU. I am absolutely thrilled that you selected GCU as your university where you're going to study and change your life. Just so you know, my wife and I sent our 2 boys through GCU. They not only graduated from here, but they met their wives here, and they currently work here. So you have no idea how transformational this experience may be for you and for your family. Not to get too awkward, but it might be wise to be friendly because you have no idea who might be family in the future. So I really want to encourage you to make the most of your opportunities while you're at GCU, and hopefully this will be a wonderful experience for you as you make your way through your academic career. Well, I get the privilege of dealing with some very important topics that hopefully will help you to prepare yourself.
Listen up, gang. There's 2 easy steps to putting your ropes up. First, raise your hand, palms forward, fingers to the sky. Next, bring your middle and ring fingers forward to each thumb. No. No rocking. No. That's the ticket. Now leave them up for the next 4 years. Till next time.
All right. right, we got to practice here. Put your hands up. Want to make sure you get
I
lopes up
already
right.
got it. I already got it.
So put those two fingers in the middle, a little bit like a Star Trek sign, you know, close. You're going to put those together with your thumb. That is a lopes up. Parents, you see that?
Yep.
Students, yeah. So it's not this. It's not this. It's that. It's got a nose on it. That's a lope. So you're going to use that all times of the year. And so I won't give away some of those special opportunities where you'll get to use lopes up, but parents, we used it a lot when our students would come home to borrow some money. We're like, oh, yeah, that's good, lopes up.
Yeah.
So however you need to use the lopes up sign, use it. There are a couple things I'm going to talk about, so this is going to be a little bit of a direct and serious conversation for the next couple of minutes. Student conduct is the area of student affairs that handles those students who make a poor decision while they're here at GCU. One of the things that you'll notice in that list on the screen that is a focus of our support for a student who goes through the conduct process is to redeem that poor decision. We realize that people get away from home maybe for the first time, and they have the kind of liberties and independence that you find on a college campus. And sometimes they make decisions that get them into a situation where they find themselves in the conduct process. It's our hope that we will help you to redeem that experience, to learn from it. That's a part of life. That's a part of what you'll learn outside of the classroom, are those moments when you have found yourself in a situation where you scratch your head and you go, my goodness, I made a dumb decision. We want to help you navigate your way through that. At the same time, you need to appreciate that there are some decisions that you can make that will have some very dramatic consequences. So I want to encourage you to become familiar with the student handbook. That is our guide to helping us maintain the community that we all enjoy here at GCU. So you have signed off on that. We will assume as you move to campus or you visit campus as a commuter student that you are fully aware of what the student handbook requires of you as a student in community here at GCU, and we will hold you to that. It is our guide to make sure that we maintain the wonderful experience that our students get to enjoy here, and so hopefully that will help you as you make your way. There are a couple things I want to address before we move on to the next subject, and these are some pretty serious issues. Number one, firearms on campus. This is a gun-free campus. That means you cannot have one on your person, in your room, or in your vehicle. If you are found with a firearm in any of those places, you will be expelled from school. So you can tell this is a very serious issue for us. We want you to know that we respect your right to bear arms, but not on this campus. This is a significant issue for GCU if we find a student in violation in this area, and we'll take it very seriously. And it can completely change your academic experience here. Secondly, marijuana can be a potential felony arrest here in the state of Arizona. So if you are going to make decisions in the area that might cause you to engage in these kinds of activities, and public safety is called, or the Phoenix Police Department is called, it could potentially be a felony arrest. Thirdly, domestic violence applies in the state of Arizona to those who live in residence on a university campus as well as in a home. So when you are living together, learning how to build community or small community inside of a room or a suite, you need to appreciate how important it is to learn how to get along. And if it escalates to the point of a domestic violence situation, it as well could require the Phoenix PD to intervene. So I hope this is the last time we talk about those subjects in that way, and we will just move through our academic experience without having to worry about this.
We have a responsibility to protect and care for each person, mind, body, and spirit. As a member of our community, we want you to feel safe to pursue educational programs and activities. Therefore, Grand Canyon University takes sexual harassment and sexual assault seriously.
Nationally, 1 in 5 women will be a victim of sexual assault while in college. If you take advantage of someone or you ignore someone saying no, it's a crime.
This is happening to our friends, our sisters, our roommates, our daughters. At Grand Canyon University, we have a responsibility to educate and to support each other.
Men can also be victims of sexual assault, and there are policies and resources in place to protect us all.
Title IX prohibits sexual discrimination in education programs and applies to students, faculty, staff, and campus guests. Offenses include sexual harassment, non-consensual sexual contact, non-consensual sexual intercourse, bullying, domestic and dating violence, and stalking.
If someone is under the influence of alcohol or drugs, they cannot consent, and it's sexual assault.
When someone says no, even if prior sexual activity has occurred, it's sexual misconduct.
If you take advantage of someone or you ignore someone saying no, it's a crime.
If a school knows about sexual harassment or sexual misconduct, Title IX requires the school to take immediate action to eliminate the harassment and prevent its recurrence. GCU thoroughly investigates sexual harassment and sexual violence complaints, regardless if the incident occurred on or off campus.
We know reporting sexual misconduct can be overwhelming, but it's important to speak up. GCU aims to create a community of support, and we need your help to ensure victims do not face these issues alone. You can report your concerns to any of these people on campus. The Title IX coordinator at titleix@gcu.edu, a deputy Title IX coordinator, public safety officers, your resident assistant or resident director, staff and counselors at the Canyon Health and Wellness Center, or any staff or faculty member.
If you need to discuss an incident in confidence, the staff and counselors in the Health and Wellness Center can offer complete confidentiality. All other faculty and staff, including RDs, RAs, and student leaders, have a duty to report the information so that GCU can respond promptly, effectively, and equitably.
If you're unsure about whether or not sexual misconduct has occurred, talk to someone and report it.
Be a role model of healthy relationships for others. You can support victims by listening without judgment or blame. Once an issue is reported, GCU will immediately help with finding them resources. Remember to always treat others with respect and expect the same from them.
We have a responsibility to prevent.
We have a responsibility to support.
We have a responsibility to care.
Grand Canyon University is committed to maintaining an academic environment that is free from gender and sexual discrimination, and where members of the GCU community can fully access and benefit from the university's programs and activities. If you are, or you know someone that is, a victim of sexual harassment or violence, we want you to know that these experiences should be reported so that we can investigate and provide support to you. This ensures we have a community where everyone feels safe and comfortable. Please feel free to reach out to us to talk or for more information.
I want to remind you of a couple things that came up in that video. Number one, the definition of Title IX. It applies to sexual harassment, non-consensual sexual contact, non-consensual sexual intercourse, or non-consensual sexual exploitation. If you found yourself in an incident where that was to be reported, we will investigate that to the full extent of the law and the responsibilities that the university holds. It applies to anybody who is a guest or a student here at the university, including faculty and staff. And if something like this was to happen, you can report it to anybody in a position of leadership, or whether it be a faculty or a staff member or a student leader. They are mandatory reporters to make sure that the investigation process goes into action.
At Grand Canyon University, our students, faculty, and staff are our top priority. We want all students to be able to focus on their studies and extracurricular activities. Part of creating that type of community is making sure our students feel secure. That's why GCU's Department of Public Safety works around the clock in cooperation with the Phoenix Police Department. With a well-trained staff of over 80 officers, dispatchers, and safety specialists, our public safety team is committed to keeping our campus secure. GCU's officers patrol and control access points to campus around the clock. Emergency call buttons and blue light phones are located all over the campus, and GCU security responds to all calls without exception. All students are required to have a parking decal for vehicle identification while on campus. Emergency text notifications notify students immediately if there's a threat on or around campus. All GCU officers carry a picture ID, and students should always carry their IDs too. If you witness an incident on campus, we encourage you to utilize TIPS, our online incident reporting system. most importantly, if you see something, say something. At GCU's Department of Public Safety, student security is our priority. If you need public safety assistance, call the dispatch number at 602-639-8100.
I would encourage you to take your phone out and take a picture of that telephone number and put it into your phone. Parents as well. You never know when your student may call you and say, I got a flat tire in the parking lot, don't know what to do next. And public safety might be able to help in some situation that you encounter here on campus. They are wonderful partners to what we do in student affairs and in our academic spaces here on campus. And so we want you to know that they are a great service to what we do around the university. Well, thank you for your attention this morning. It is great to meet you. I look forward to seeing you around campus this school year. So welcome to GCU. Lopes up. So it is my privilege to introduce to you Dr. Deb Wade. She's the Vice President of Counseling and Psychological Services here at GCU, and she's got some great information for you as students and parents as well. God bless you.
Good morning. I also want to join the others in welcoming you here to Grand Canyon, and we're so excited, students, that you've chosen our great university for the next 4 years or so of your life to spend it with us here. As a psychologist, I want to start with a little bit about emotion. That's kind of what I do, is deal with emotion. So first of all, students, I can only imagine the emotions that you must be feeling right now. I want to, I just am excited for you. I know you must be very excited. You've waited for a while to get here. Today is finally the day you are here. You're getting ready to walk around the campus that is now your campus. And I know you couldn't be more excited. We hope you are. Parents, I can identify with probably many of the emotions that you may be feeling. I too have sent 2 sons to college. So whether this is your first child or your middle child or one of many children or your last child, your emotions may just be all over the place, and a great deal of pride and excitement, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of tenderness, a little bit of fear. Probably all of that's going on in your heart, and certainly is to be expected. Welcome, parents. We're glad you're here. We want you to know we're going to take good care of your kiddos while they're here also. I'd like to just change gears for just a minute and go through a few things with you also. So if you'll listen to this quick video, it's going to be talking about insurance.
At GCU, all students need health insurance as required by federal law. If you don't currently have health insurance or your insurance provider doesn't extend coverage in the state of Arizona, pay close attention. As a student who is moving out of state for the first time, you are in a unique position. Relocation is a qualifying event. GCU highly recommends that you check with your current insurance provider as soon as possible to determine whether your coverage extends to Arizona. If it doesn't, you can use this qualifying event as an opportunity to update your coverage or shop for new insurance. GCU has worked with GoHealth to provide a marketplace to help you shop for coverage that best meets your needs. Go to gcu.edu/health insurance to see more information about this benefit. Be sure to enter GCU zip code when shopping, 85017. If you are a student who participates in Division I athletics, or is enrolled in theater education, dance education, counseling, or the athletic training program, you are required to provide proof of insurance to GCU before you start school in the fall. If you don't provide proof of coverage, GCU will automatically enroll you with our insurance provider, Aetna. You will also be required to pay the premiums for this coverage. Nursing students are also required to provide proof of coverage once they reach Level 1 placement status at GCU, which normally happens their junior year. All international students with an F1 visa are required to take GCU's coverage with Aetna. This requirement cannot be waived. For more information about GCU health insurance requirements, please go to gcu.edu/health insurance or contact your admissions representative.
So we do want you to know that we have a health center here on campus, and it's very much like the one that you may have in your home, near your home. We're open Monday through Friday. You can get an appointment one of 3 ways. You can either walk in, you can call, or you can go online to set up an appointment. Qualified personnel there together to serve you. They treat things like immunizations, the common cold, flu, lots of other things, and you'll find there that you're going to be very welcomed and feel very safe there. Students, I do want to tell you that the first week of school, if you will gather your personal health records from home and drop them by the health center, then when and if you ever do have to stop into the health center, they will have all of your history and they'll be able to serve you best, okay? So first week of schools, drop off your health records there at the health center.
Your dad gave it to you?
I gave it to Layla. We also want you to know that we have a website here, and we'd like you to take note of it. It is called, it's gcu.edu/Lopes Living Well. Parents, I'd like you to take note of that as well. This website is for you students and for parents to help navigate some of the areas as you encounter them through your years here, in case you run into any kind of barricades or any kind of boulders in the road, any kind of obstacles. We know that the next 4 years, we hope, are just going to be outstandingly fun for you and exciting, and learn a lot, meet a lot of new friends, get very, very involved. But we also know that there are some things that you may encounter along the way. And parents, we want you to rest assured that we are very aware of these things, and we want to kind of normalize them and let you know that not only you're not alone if you're feeling any of these things, such as homesickness, for example. You may think, oh, not me, I'm never going to feel homesick. I'm so excited to be here. And yet, if you do, I just want you to know that that is a very expected feeling, and we certainly understand that, and we have some tips on the website for you to kind of navigate through that and feel a little better, some tips and suggestions for you. Things like some more serious things, like you're suffering from depression, or you're feeling anxious, or you're having panic attacks, anything like that. Those are things that you could encounter. We want to be prepared and be very sensitive to that if you do encounter it. And we've got resources for you. We've got tips and suggestions on the website. And we also, of course, have qualified counselors, professional counselors here at the university, should you desire counseling. Parents, we obviously know that this is kind of a tough time for you as well. Sometimes it's hard to let go and to know that your student is experiencing some wonderful new experiences, but largely those experiences are outside of your view, and that can be a little bit scary. So we understand that. What we do ask is that you let them navigate through that. We have lots of resources, lots of caring people here that want to help them and want to see them succeed and want to help them if they do run into any kind of roadblocks. So please rest assured that we're here and we are going to be very receptive. Parents, this is probably a time maybe for you to begin either experiencing empty nest or emptier nest anyway. And if that can be a glorious time, it can be a scary time. We hope it's a glorious time for you to be able to find some new hobbies, reconnect with your spouse, do some fun things, because you know your students here are well taken care of. And parents, while we're talking to you, we do want you to be involved. We want you to be involved with the things going on in campus. Please sign up for the Parent Connection. That is an e-newsletter, kind of keep you abreast of what's going on here in the university. We also are going to be having Family Weekend in October. That's going to be full of fun, so please make arrangements to be back here on campus and let your student then be your leader and show you around their campus and do all the fun activities we'll have for you. We want you to be here. And then if you want to be on the parent council, certainly that is something you can be a part of. And today, in your breakout sessions, one of the breakout sessions will be for you if you want to attend that, and it'll tell you more about some of these things that you can get involved with. So, parents, rest assured, we're going to take care of your kiddos. And students, we hope you have a glorious 4 years and know that we're here. We want to help you navigate it and let it be some of the best times that you've ever had. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day as you walk around your campus and own that campus. And while you're there, Lopes up. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks so much, Dr. Webb. All right, we're going to keep cruising along. Hey, obviously the number one priority for you here at GCU is your academic education. And we've got some great resources to help you be successful with that.
They start with your faculty. We want to make sure that you understand your faculty have office hours if you need additional help.
Good, so we've got some learning lounges all around campus, great locations, even some in the dorm rooms there. This is where you can find our learning advocates or leads, okay? They can help you with those tough subjects, especially how many STEM students we have here, sciences, technology students, nursing, all of those, that's right. In those classes especially, you can have some of those tougher classes. So this is not just for students who may be in danger of failing a class. This could be the difference between an A and a B. A lot of you are really fighting to keep that GPA up for scholarship reasons, maybe to be competitive, getting into graduate school, things like that. So we encourage you to take advantage of the learning lounges. We've also got the After Dark series and the content clinics. These are just different kind of breakout sessions, different study groups that help you, again, get ready with those tough subjects there. Career services, how many of you looking to get a campus job? Yes, we've got so many campus jobs, roughly around, 2,000 campus jobs. And so you can go to career services on the website and get some more information about that. Apply right there. There are also professional services. That's really cool, where you can get some training with interviews and help you to get your resume ready when you're looking to graduate and get out there into the workforce. All right. You guys, really quick, we're going to have one more t-shirt time. Throw out some t-shirts. We know you guys have been sitting for a while, so one more time, get up. Who wants one? Who wants one? Oh, right there. Let me see those votes. Let me see those votes. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How about you here, parents? There's one coming your way. Aerodynamics, okay? It's not my arm. Aerodynamics. Who wants it? Right here, right here. Right there.
I'm going to see if I can throw it back there. I don't know if I can make it. I'll try.
You got it, Jasmine. You got it.
It was a nice try.
Right there with the lows, with the lows. That was a terrible throw. Terrible throw. That's my bad. All right. We'll keep it moving.
Awesome. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. I used to live on campus. It was so much fun living in the dorms. We really want to make sure that you understand there is a difference between residence life and housing. Housing helps you secure your spot in your dorm. That was your housing application. Residence life, they help make sure that your experience while living in your dorm is amazing. So they're the ones who plan your hall events, they help you with your roommate contracts, etc. So make sure you know the difference before you contact anyone regarding residence.
Awesome. Spiritual life, Grand Canyon University, as President Mueller mentioned at the beginning, we have several opportunities for you to cultivate the spiritual aspect of your lives. Like he mentioned, great chapel services gathering that happens right here on Tuesday nights as well. And also lots of Bible studies. He mentioned the outreaches. We got missions trips that go out overseas every year. So lots of ways for you to get involved. Lots of leadership positions with spiritual life. So definitely get involved with that.
And we want you to make sure that you stay involved with our student engagement as well. We have an Associated Students of GCU that runs like student government. So if you're interested in finding a leadership position on campus, that is an amazing opportunity for you. For any of our veterans who are on campus, first of all, we thank you for your service, and we are so privileged that you've chosen to study here at GCU. We have a Veteran Center for you to remain involved in that aspect as well. And for our freshman students, we know how important it is to come and bond with other students who are in the same experience as you. We have a Local Life 101 that will do that for you.
Awesome. Let me be the first to introduce you to the Grand Canyon Beverage Company. Folks, this is more than just a coffee shop. They've got, as you can see here, locally sourced coffees, teas, treats, all that good stuff. I was able to sample just a couple of weeks ago that White Lion tea, absolutely amazing. And I hear that today at the expo they will be passing out the Fractured Prune Donuts. So go check them out. You might want to run over there because Jasmine can move really fast in these fields. I've seen her do it. also really quick, also those are some of the positions that we have available on campus, so if you are a very enthusiastic person, you can go and apply right there on the second floor.
As our president mentioned earlier, GCU, we are really, really excited about our athletic team. We are in the transition process to become D1, not only as an athletic department, but as a university as a whole. Some of you may know we started the D1 transition back in 2012, and if everything gets approved, we will be able to qualify for the NCAA championships in 2017 and 18.
Woohoo!
Yes, it's amazing. Now, I know that Brian Mueller mentioned earlier, but we have a Havocs team that SB Nation wrote an article. Make sure you sign up for it.
All right, here's a quick video to check these guys out in action.
Havocs are one of the most destructive student sections in the entire country. Formed from freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, the Havocs band together to create an atmosphere that will blow your mind. We've been called one of the rowdiest atmospheres in all of college basketball by the New York Times.
We paint our faces, we beat our chests, and we do whatever it takes to support and ensure a victory for GCU athletics.
Beyond just like cheering and getting really weird and super excited at athletic events, Havocs have the opportunity to work with Havocs with Heart and use that same excitement and weirdness to just serve other people in the community. And it's such an awesome way to channel your enthusiasm for GCU and use it as something really productive in society.
You get to have fun and you get to build community and you make a ton of friends within the process. You're going to jump up and down all the time and pointing to the other team.
And that's why we are known as college basketball's most rowdy environment.
We have Havoc leaders who cannot wait to see new freshmen get ready for the big party and to get weird. If you want to get more information, follow us on our social media. We got Snapchat, we got Instagram, Twitter, and our website, GCU Havocs. Look us up.
Become a Havoc today.
GCU!
Good time. So, as you can see, we love our sports around here. Those guys are absolutely nuts. If that fits your personality, you got to get involved with that. But sports, our athletic teams, this is one of the ways we love as a community, as a whole, our students, faculty, staff, everyone, to come together, support our teams, show them some love. As we mentioned, 21 Division I athletics and club sports, all of that good stuff. So you got to come out. It is an amazing time. You'll see everybody out there. So real quick, we want to give you just a little taste of that. So I want you to get up and put your hands together for the most amazing cheer and dance team in the country and the most loved mascot this side of the Mississippi. Give it up for Thunder! Woo! Put your hands together! Woo! Yeah, these guys are gonna be making you hyped up. Woo! Yeah, all the show some love! This guy's amazing. You're going to see him out at all the games. His theatrics, all the fun stuff that's going to be going on. Best mascot in the country right there. All right. Keeping it rolling. Welcome week. Jasmine, tell them what's up with Welcome week.
Awesome. Thanks, Thunder. During Welcome week, it starts August 22nd through the 26th. We have what we call Express Move-In for all of the freshmen. Dennis, what is Express Move-In?
Yeah. So check it out. If you're moving on to campus, here's what's going to happen. When you pull up in your car, about 20 people are going to converge onto your car. Do not freak out. You are not being jacked. Okay?
We're going to have some problems. I don't know about that one.
We don't want you to lift your feet. There's going to be 137 degrees outside. And we don't want you getting all hot and tired and sweaty and all that. So we are going to help you with moving. We have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that help with that on Welcome Week. We get all your stuff up to your room in one swoop. It is amazing. You get to just, go get your Grand Canyon, drink on and get your coffee and all that stuff. And just kind of nice coffee, cream donuts, and just kind of hang back and watch it all happen. So it's an amazing week. Super, super exciting. One of the best times that we had. Here are a couple of other things.
Yeah, really quick before I go on, I want to make sure you have your reservation with you, because they won't know what room to put your stuff in if you don't have that. So make sure you print it out before then. During Welcome Week, we have a lot of events. We have pool parties, some more orientation events going on. Parents, we have a family event as well during Welcome Week, so we'd love for you to attend.
Yeah, don't try to move in early. They won't let you. They'll shut the door in your face. All right. So real quick, we got a quick video. This is one of the best ways to kick off the year, so we want you to get a quick preview of that.
And make sure that you visit the University Expo if you have any academic questions and you need to get any of your IDs. These are the breakout sessions that we have. Make sure as well, Dennis mentioned about getting a job. We do have our career services here today if you want to sign up for that.
All right, good stuff. You guys feeling good about the school year? You ready? You feel orientated? All right, good stuff. Well, hey, one more time as we go out, let me see you throw those floats up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, floats up! Hey, have a great rest of your summer. We'll see you in a few weeks.